Star Travelers Through the Portal, Part 9, Meeting the High Council of the Cosmos. Anya of Earth rocketed through the portal with magnificent life expanding, exploding, and energized all around her. It seemed she could reach out and touch the stars, as if she had become a part of another universe of sound and color and music. She felt she was a part of everything and yet nothing at the same time, as if she had entered the silence between heartbeats. It was like traveling a long tunnel of fantastic lights that poured over her like a rushing river or a wild wind. It felt like being born and dying at once, like being disintegrated and completely whole all at the same instant. Sound moved through space, creating psychedelic patterns. Colors swirled and jumped and played. Whether or not she existed at that moment was an unthinkable thought. In that brief cosmic hiccup, she both did and did not exist. Finally, there came a complete stillness, and she knew she had arrived. After listening to Philomena explain the meeting with the High Council of the Cosmos, she had imagined she would arrive to see the great masters sitting high upon thrones with endless regalia, sparkling crowns, perhaps even enjoying parades for a show. But instead, she saw no one. She found herself completely alone atop the magnificent mountain, looking out over a vast expanse. Delicate snow quietly fell around her and covered everything like a softly knitted blanket of white, letting through tufts of hardy yellow flowers shining in the soft pink light. Somewhat stunned by all of this, she felt the wind whirling in waves of patterned motion. But it was only when she looked down to see her hands that she realized they were not there. She was unmaterialized. She looked around for her body, but it was not there. No hands, no feet. She looked around a bit to see if she'd left her body somewhere, but no, she was soul only. Surely, I've passed and this is heaven, she thought. As she wondered about her circumstance, she heard the most beautiful music. It emerged from the valley far below to above the mountain's crest and sounded like dolphin songs or angels' notes. It filled the cool air and moved in the wind. It seemed to speak to her. She could understand the voice, though it spoke inside her mind. "Hello, love. I guess you could say this is heaven, as you might imagine it to be." Feeling puckish at the freedom of being body-free, she answered back in her mind with a mischievous air. "Well, if heaven is what I imagine, then just let me see." "Let me see," she thought in response, challenging the voice to see if the High Council was as powerful as she'd heard Philomena describe. So she imagined her favorite song. It began to play. Music wafted through the air. She imagined the dancers. She imagined the flowers as dancers, and the flowers lifted up their petals and flew high into the air. They held their arms up to the sky and choreographed in flight in time to the happy tune. She imagined her friend Paul, and his visage appeared in the clouds before her. He was smiling as if to say, "Welcome. I'm so glad to see you." "Well, if this is what I imagine, then let me dance and fly," she commanded. At her instruction, her body materialized instantly, and she danced a jig just to see what it felt like to dance at the top of a mountain in some new world. She ignored the council for a while. She danced the tut, the moonwalk, the bhangra, the flamenco, and the jump shuffle slide. She danced with an arabesque. She danced flying high in the air. She danced forgetting all of her cares. She flipped, she jumped, she flew, she spun, until at last the voice returned. "So you have said, so it shall be. Everything is open to you." "I love you. This is fantastic." She could dance in the sky forever. What a great place. "So, my child, you have come before us with a question. Ah, what a fool you are. You are already your answer." But wait, you haven't answered and I haven't asked." No need to explain. The voice inside her mind seemed to speak with a smile. But the earthlings, the earth people." "We are not interfering with the progress of Earth." "But why?" "Learning is achieved by experience, you see." In that response, it was as if the whole world were taken into the belly of a laughing master. The voice was laughing with it, and the whole world shook uproariously. Anya started laughing too. "I'm not sure why I'm laughing. How can it be that I'm laughing?" But she was swept up in the beauty and the wonder. "What a magical place," she called out loud. Thank you, I love everything." And she danced some more to the music. Filled with laughter, she felt welcome and free. At last she paused to listen carefully to the words of the High Council, who spoke telepathically inside her mind. "Child, we know in a duality such as on Earth there are appearances, light and dark, right and wrong, happiness and sadness. These are realities, Follow them. Let them lead you. Explore, learn, taste, enjoy, view. Do not be afraid of anything. But that doesn't help me now. The other federations, the Earthlings, they might be extinct. You're supposed to help me. Never fear. Everything on Earth sways to the energy of Earth herself and can be influenced by your energy too. Of course we wish for her freedom and for the continued creation of all life. But the journey of humanity is one where humanity must realize we are Earth's protectors. Humanity must choose to act in harmony with Earth, or even the protection of humanity will be impossible, even for us. We do not interrupt free will. Ask yourself, the voice spoke softly, directly in her mind, what do you want? What song do you sing? All potential patterns exist. You are the composers for your own song, just as you've seen. Anya tried to answer, but she felt the wind, the dance, and the music fill her far beyond the limitations of space or time in which a conversation might occur. It was as if she were enormous, as tall and as wide as the mountains, or even more. She just stood there, her hair lifted by the wind and her soul filled with music. As she looked out to the sky above the purple mountains, she saw the visage of a being who was part man and part eagle, high up in the clouds. His face was familiar, his headdress eagle. His wings filled the sky as he approached. The great eagle spoke to her. You are needed. Join us, the guardians of Earth. Before she had a chance to question or protest, he lifted her and carried her up on his back. They flew over the valley and toward the mountain crest.